Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. When I say all people, I mean all people, regardless of your color, regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of your religious belief, regardless of your political belief. Every human being on the face of the earth are entitled to basic human rights for life, peace, prosperity, freedom, joy, and happiness, and the opportunity to live their dreams, to have at their disposal their needs, their wants, and their desires. Every human being on the face of the earth. And if you flapping your lips, if you flapping your mouth talking about any one of these groups over another group, you are a bigot and you are speaking, I would say, from the pit of hell, but I realize what you don't. The pit of hell is from the bottom of your heart. Now, what does that mean? That means that there are people who can stand up and advocate for Jews, but not against those who the Jews are oppressing or killing. Well, I'm not going to say that the ones that are being killed. I'm saying that every last one of them. And only we the people, can have the voice to straighten this thing out. I speak to you because I'm speaking to you about love. I'm speaking to you about a God that is real. I'm not talking about a God that white people used to have against black people or black people have against white people, all these different gods. Every last person who opened their mouth, and you can't speak for every individual. If you can't speak for every individual, you should keep that hell hole closed. And I'm speaking to anybody. I don't care what your position of power is. I don't care how many guns you got, how much killing you can do. You are a bigot if you cannot speak of love for everyone. If the Jews got a problem with the Palestinians, then we the people should be speaking the same truth for Jews and Palestinians. We should be speaking about that stuff that would allow Jews and Palestinians to live a life of joy as if they're in heaven. And if you can't do that, I don't care if you are. And let me tell you one other thing. Stop saying that you got the greatest nation, because that means you're the greatest fool. That means you're the greatest enabler of hate. Anybody that walks around saying I'm the greatest, you should be ashamed of yourself. Why are you the greatest? That means you've stolen more from what God has given for everybody than anyone on the face of the earth. So sit your butt down. I hear those of you who think it's politically smart to speak for one group or the other. You are as bad as that you put down. In fact, you are the same. I hear senators talking about what schools should be shut down if they stand up. If you don't have a voice that would make it right for everybody, you should sit down. War and hatred is experienced all over this earth because of bigots like you who don't know nothing about right and God. You just know what's good for you. I heard a candidate for president of the United States talk about black people as if they were nothing but turds from shitholes. And I hear now other people who want to be running mates with that voice of nothing, standing up for someone else, didn't stand up a 1 minute, 1 inch for those shithole nations. What he said, what was said about those shithole nations was fine. That voice didn't say nothing. Now you think you're trying to get some power to be a devil, and you're running your mouth like a squatter rock. How many of you who give that bigotry talk about Jews, what is what voice have you had for what happens to people of color in the United States of America? Where is that voice when you start talking about black people who are just suffering from a lack of opportunity here in America? You bigot. Where is your voice when people have to rob and steal and break in stores to try to survive? Where is your voice when people are being paraded to prisons by millions? Where is that voice? I'm going to end it like this. If you do not have a voice that speaks the same righteousness for every individual on the face of the earth, you are a bigot. You are part of the problem. I don't care what position you hold. You are as if there were a devil with horns and forked tongue and a tail and was red and was burning with fire everywhere he goes. You are as if that one. If you cannot speak the same love for everybody on the face of the earth. You got white people who can't stand black people in America. You got black people in America who can't stand white people. And I'm sure each one of them got their justification. And that justification is that they're lacking love. They are ignorant based upon the expressiveness that they have received in this country. You should go somewhere and pray. But you know what? This will be your destruction, because it is not an answer. And I promise you, it will wipe this earth clean from all of the filthy human beings on it. And who are the filthy human beings on this earth? Every last one of us who cannot speak the truth to everyone. You're just a filthy, stinking, dirty rag. And yes, even though you are filled with hate, even though you're filled with ignorance, and even though you are a bigot, you are entitled to any and everything that any human being on this earth is entitled to. Love.